This video is not about cricket. It's not about what happened in the first 3 tests. It's about what happened after. It's about my journey from Lords to Tower Bridge to back home at Lulworth event. The train station comes in zone 4, 2 stops from Wembley. Everything was very normal. I used to come around midnight. It always was pleasant. I have been taking that route for the last 6-7 days now. But yesterday something unusual happened. It actually gives me goosebumps thinking about it now, because the moment I took that right turn from the station towards the neighborhood, 5 men were coming towards me. At first sight, I could sense something fishy was at play. One of them held my hand because I had a smartwatch on my left wrist, and they were like, "Remove the watch, give us the watch." I thought, "No, I'm not giving you anything." The other guy told the other guy, flip it out. And the second guy, who was not holding my watch, he started taking a knife from his pocket. Welcome back to TOI Sports. We are done with the third test between India and England at Lords. India coming agonizingly close to register a famous win, but it didn't happen. They fell short. Mohammad Siraj played on a Shoaib Bashir delivery, and a lot of hopes were shattered at the iconic cricket ground. But this video is not about cricket. It's not about what happened in the first 3 tests. It's about what happened after. It's about my journey from Lords to Tower Bridge to back home at Lulworth event. That's where I was staying. Yes, I was staying at Lulworth Avenue. It is a bit far away from main city of London. The train station comes in zone 4, 2 stops from Wembley. I usually get off at the Northwick Park station, and that has been my usual route. Did I get suspicious about my route one of these days? No, I did not. Everything was very normal. I used to come around midnight because work used to end late, and after that the routine was to go out with colleagues, just roam about in London, get the city vibe in the night, get some good shots for your vlogs and other stuff. But yesterday was similar, right? Yesterday was similar. I mean, July 14th was similar. We went to Tower Bridge, had a good time with friends. I was coming back home, all my work done. Excited to get to Manchester after finishing the London leg. The moment I got off from the train station, I was humming my favorite songs. I was in good spirits. I had a lot of equipment on me because, unlike the previous days where I would keep all of my stuff at Lords, they had locker facility available there. I had to carry everything back home because I needed to take it to Manchester. So I had a big tripod in my hand, a big bulky tripod in my hand. And with the tripod in my hand, I came out of the train station. I took a right towards the neighborhood where I was staying. It was a 10-12 minute walk. It always was pleasant. I have been taking that route for the last 6-7 days now. But yesterday something unusual happened. And when I think about it now, it actually gives me goosebumps thinking about it now, because the moment I took that right turn from the station towards the neighborhood, 5 men were coming towards me. At first sight, I could sense something fishy was at play. Their faces were covered. I don't want to get into the color or the religion or where they belong to, what the accent suggested, because I did not have time to register all those things. There were 5 men. I didn't even see them coming from the main road. I don't know where I was lost, or was I lost? Were they that discreet or that stealth mode that I just noticed them like 20 meters away from me? The moment they were coming towards me, that was suspicion at first sight. 3 of them, they didn't come towards me. 3 of them went past me, and they were probably keeping a watch on the road because I couldn't see them then. My attention was on the 2 boys. Why I say boys? Because they looked in their late 20s or the early 30s at max. The way their tone was, there was aggression in their walk, and the moment they came, and I still remember my movement was like this. I went 2 steps back. I said, "What's happening?" So they were like, no, bro, chill. We just want to talk. No, I need to go. They said, where do you live? 3 houses apart. I need to go. Please let me go. So they're like, no, you have camera. They saw a tripod in my hand. I think that was their cue to stop me, because they thought there was a tripod in my hand. There'll be expensive stuff in my bag, which there was. I was carrying my office equipment. I was carrying the cell phone. I was carrying some expensive mics, which I'm using right now. I was carrying a laptop. I was wearing my wedding ring. A lot of things were on me. I was wearing a digital smartwatch. AirPods were in my ear. So I did have a lot of stuff on me, and that was like routine. When that conversation was happening, I went blank. I kept murmuring. I don't know what I was saying to them, but I clearly remember telling them, "Ki boss, I need to go. I have to work. I'm working here. I work with the media." So I know you have an iPhone. Give us an iPhone. Then one of them held my hand because I had a smartwatch on my left wrist, and they were like, "Remove the watch. Give us the watch." I thought, "No, I'm not giving you anything." I don't know why I resisted so much. Maybe the first thing which I should have done was just hand over everything which they want. But that was a lot of stuff on me, and my phone was very dear to me. Everything is in my phone. All my numbers, all my contacts, all my half-baked stories, messages. I couldn't even think about giving up my phone to anyone. But the moment that happened, I was like, no, I'm not giving you anything. And then they started becoming aggressive. They charged towards me and I was like this close to them. The other guy told the other guy, flip it out, flip it out. And the second guy, who was not holding my watch, he started taking a knife from his pocket. The moment he had a knife in his hand, that was my instinct. I had a tripod in my right hand. It was a heavy tripod. I just swung it and probably it grazed the guy who was taking the knife out. He went back. The one who held my wrist, he went back. I used the choicest of abuses I could in my language of comfort, which is Punjabi, and I started screaming on the top of my voice, and I turned back and I ran for my life. I literally ran for my life. 50 meters I ran and I turned back. One of the guy was still running behind me. He was yelling. I yelled more. I thought people will come. No one came, but I started running, and when I lost them and they weren't behind, that's when I called my family back home. It was still 5 a.m. In India. I wanted to speak to someone familiar. The next call went to people I was sharing my accommodation with. They were kind enough to come at my one call, and they came, took me home, calmed me down. But this was one experience, I can't really describe it in words right now. But it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant at all. And now when I look back, things could have gotten much worse. They were 5. I was just the alone one. They had knives with them. This is something which they have been doing it very regularly, because I could sense a pattern in which they were striking that conversation with me. Phone, credit cards, forex cards, watch, ring, laptops. They could have taken everything. They could have done a lot of damage to me, because now when I look back, how could have I done better? I don't know. If it happens to me again, will I be able to react in that manner? Again, I don't know. Whatever happened, instinct took over, and I'm lucky enough, blessed enough, thankful enough that I was unharmed. I reached home safely, and here I am talking to you and sharing my experience with you. So lesson learned, never wander off alone in London. Even if it is required, make sure you avoid the dark alleys. And I did not take any dark alley. I took the neighborhood, just like a neighborhood right behind me. This is the kind of road I was on. But now it's done. I took my journey from London to Manchester. It was a long bus journey, and I got a lot of phone calls after I wrote my first person piece, but I figured out regarding what happened, how am I, and just thought just kept ringing in my ears. What would have I done if I didn't do this? What if I didn't do what I did? What could have happened? I don't know. I really don't know at this moment. But yes, we'll continue with the coverage, and continue the coverage. TOI Sports will bring you all the action from ground. We'll start building up for the post-match. Let's get underway in some time. So you like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you stay notified.